Good morning, folks. This is John Bauer from Blue Stem Ranch. Today I just wanted to do a quick video talking about one of the features in our pasture, our watering system. The way we graze with these short duration, long rest period grazings, water, especially portable water, becomes very important. And so what we've done to help that is to install some underground pipelines out in our pasture and built a couple of these portable water tanks. As you can see, all it is is a 50-gallon tank. This one's Rubbermaid on a pallet, and then I screwed a couple of wood skids to the bottom of that, and we just tie a rope onto it and pull it along. A couple features we have, because we don't want the cattle to get in on the valves, the water valve here, this is a Job Megaflow valve. We don't want them to damage that, so we'll attached a couple of cut-off plastic posts, and that way we can run an electric wire across and make sure those cattle behave themselves when they come up to the water tank and don't wreck anything. Also, we've included an escape ramp for any birds or other small animals that might get in to take a drink and can't get out on their own. Ironically, I always thought that was kind of a joke, but prior to having that ramp in, one morning we did come out here and there were several birds that didn't get out of the tank on their own, so it's actually quite useful. So what we do is we have, like I said, a pipeline buried underground about 18 inches, and I just use a 3/4 inch hose and these quick couplers to get the water easily hooked up and disconnected without having to spend a bunch of time trying to unscrew brass fittings. So we can go over here to the water source. I can show you how that works. So every one of our tanks, or any one of our watering points, we have the 6-inch PVC pipe in the ground, and at the bottom of that is our water line. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but we have a T in the line, and then into that T we've screwed in a Plasson quick coupler, and basically that kind of acts like an air hose but with water, and we just hook this in and you have water immediately, right? And it comes out with quite a bit of pressure. We run somewhere between 8 and 10 gallons a minute, and works out really well. So I'll have to go back here to the tank and hook up because I forgot, and then I can show you the water tanks filling up and going on. And so we have these tanks spread, or I'm sorry, not these tanks, these watering points spread out every 300 feet throughout this pasture. And so what we do is we have two main lines, one line coming from our yard and running, that's about 1/3 of a mile to the end of this pasture, and then about halfway down this line we tee and go across our little creek and back up to the trees, and then that tees off and runs back to the road about 1/4 mile, and then it also tees off to the left and runs 3/4 of a mile all the way to the end of the section and the end of pasture that we rent adjacent to us. So it makes things really convenient when we're moving all the time. And I think where it's actually going to come in the most handy is now that we have chickens out in the pasture, we will be able to much more easily get water out to them without having to haul it on a four-wheeler or carry it by hand. So we should be good to go there. I don't know if you saw that, but the fence is definitely hot and our tank is empty and the girls are thirsty. So they got a little overexcited and were reminded that they have to act like ladies. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of our portable watering system, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day.